Hello everyone. Here I've got two postcards, both written by soldiers in 1915, the second year of World War I. There are no postage stamps because these postcards were delivered by the Army Postal Service. Now, what's the deal with these postcards and this knife, the Mercator knife? Well, this little boy and this elderly man are the same person. This is the last German emperor, Wilhelm II, at the age of 2 and at the age of 55. Wilhelm II reigned until 1918, when Germany became a republic. Well, at least for the next couple of years. Today, Wilhelm's name is still associated with this knife. Besides the brand name Mercator, this knife is also referred to as Kaiser Wilhelm Messer. In English, this would be translated as Emperor Wilhelm knife. Actually, the Emperor Wilhelm II had nothing to do with this knife himself, but during his regency the Mercator knife became very popular as a pocket knife, and like many other popular things of that time, the knife became tied to Wilhelm's name. The Mercator knife was especially popular among soldiers during World War I, although, as far as I know, this knife had never been officially issued by the German military. Maybe the two guys who wrote these postcards carried a knife like this as an EDC knife. But who invented this knife? In 1856, 3 years before the future Emperor Wilhelm was born, Heinrich Kaufmann founded a cutlery company in Solingen. Later, this company was named Heinrich Kaufmann und Söhne India Werke. The company soon became a large business. In the late 19th century, Kaufmann concentrated on exporting steel goods to the East and West Indies. Hence the rather unusual name India Werke. They produced all kinds of cutlery, including pocket knives, razors, scissors, tableware, and even surgical instruments. The Mercator knife is said to have been invented in 1867. In other words, it's over 140 years old. Kaufmann came up with several variants of this knife. A common combination was a folding blade, a corkscrew, a can opener and an awl. But the most iconic and the most famous version of the Mercator knife is definitely this one here with just one blade and the leaping cat on the handle. You may already have noticed this weird combination of letters and numbers below the cat. It says K55K with the second K reversed. Kaufmann used this trademark in addition to the brand name Mercator. The meaning of the letters and numbers is as follows. The first K is derived from the name Kaufmann. It's simply the first letter of the name Kaufmann. The number 55 is derived from the address of the company's original head office. The street number was 55. And the second K stands for the first letter of the German word Katze, which in English is cat. Obviously, Kaufmann loved to play with words and allusions. The brand name Mercator is another one. In German, the name Kaufmann is also a meaningful word. The English translation of Kaufmann is trader or merchant, and the Latin translation of Kaufmann is Mercator. Now that all the secrets of the name have been revealed, let's get back to history for a moment. In the 1920s, the German emperor had gone into exile in the Netherlands. In the 1920s, Kaufmann's patent on the Mercator knife seems to have expired. Other manufacturers produced Mercator-style knives as well, as you can see here on a catalog page from another cutlery company, F.W. Jordan in Solingen. In order to stand out from the competition, Kaufmann still claimed to be the only manufacturer of the Mercator knife. Here is a full-page print ad from 1922. The text says, "We are the only manufacturer of the Mercator knife." In the following decades, the knife didn't lose any of its popularity. After World War II, American GIs returning from Germany brought this knife back to America. Since then, the Mercator knife has been a very popular knife in the United States, where it is also known under the name Black Cat Knife or simply Cat Knife. The Mercator is still made in Solingen, but the original company, Kaufmann und Söhne, was liquidated in 1995, and since 1995 the Mercator knife is manufactured by Otter-Messer in Solingen. Now you know quite a bit about the over 140 years long history of this knife, but you still don't know what this knife is all about today. So let's change that. First, let me give you some of the specs. In its closed state, the knife is 11 centimeters long. The blade length is 9 centimeters and the overall length is 20 centimeters. It's very lightweight. The weight comes in at 75 grams. And look how thin it is. It easily slips into any pocket. The blade is a spear point blade, flat ground. It's a utility blade similar to the blades on a Swiss Army knife. The blade comes with a nail nick, which isn't really needed because there is enough blade sticking out to grasp with the fingertips. The knife is available with carbon and stainless steel blades. This one here is carbon steel, which I prefer for a knife like this. Yes, it will rust if you don't take care of it, but you can get it scarily sharp. The out-of-the-box sharpness was okay, not sharp enough for my taste, but within a few minutes on the Spyderco Sharpmaker I got a hair-popping sharp edge. The tang is stamped Mercator on one side and Germany Solingen on the other side. The Mercator knife comes with a strong lockback mechanism. The back spring provides a really strong and secure lockup. Actually, you need to put some serious pressure on this button or lever in order to release the blade. These knives tend to have a little blade play, which is due to the overall construction of the knife. There are no screws, it is held together with some rivets. The handle is basically one piece of flat steel that is pressed into U-shape by a machine. There is a video here on YouTube that was filmed at the shop of Otter-Messer in Solingen, where you can watch the production steps. I will put a link to this video in the description box. The back of the black-coated handle is embossed with the words Mercator Germany. There is a small spacer here at the bottom and a bail for a lanyard. One thing you should be aware of though is that this bail can get in the way of the blade. If the blade snaps back closed now, it will probably get damaged. The Mercator knife is as simple as a locking knife can get. After 140 years, it's truly an immortal classic, but it is also still a great everyday utility knife at a reasonable price. I hope you found this interesting. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.